Hey guys, it's me again, Cherie, coming to you with a video, giving you an update from when I went to Duke Cancer Center. So, I forgot about it, of course, until it just crossed my mind. I'm like, wait a minute, I have not did an update video. So, I am curling my wig, so I was like, why not, go ahead and just talk about why I'm, putting some curls in my wig or whatever. So, yeah, so I had to meet with 3 doctors. Now, some of this is confusing to me because some of the stuff I cannot quite remember. And two, it was a lot of information. So I met with 2 radiologists and I met with 1 oncologist. Okay, so I got there. I probably got because my first appointment was at 9 o'clock, so it took about 2 hours to get to, like 2 hours and 15 minutes to get to Durham. It was, no traffic or whatever. I thought it was going to be a lot of traffic, but it wasn't. My first appointment was at 9 o'clock. And I went there, got signed in and everything. And so my first appointment, first I met with a radiologist. Now, I don't know what kind of radiologist that she was. It was just like everything was just a blur to me because I didn't know what to expect, So I had went. I think she was just like a full body, full body, and I went and, we spoke, and she was just pretty much just asking me, how I felt and everything, what went on, what type of side effects, but she didn't have much information on different stuff and everything. So she pretty much plays off of the oncologist. So so I'm like, okay, so we just met and talked to her for a while. I think the reason why I met with her first is because she's the one that had like the earliest available, appointments. And then after that, I met with the breast cancer. She was a breast cancer oncologist. And she was very nice. I forget her name, but she was very nice, and gave a lot of information. Now, she is the main doctor of everything. Like she would be the one to decide pretty much everything, just like my oncologist here that I go to every day. Like, she would be the main one that will decide everything. Now, she pretty much told me that she looked at my scans and everything, and to see what was going on. She talked to my main doctor here and everything. And yeah, so pretty much she said they may have some studies that is, that would be going on, but it would not be until like winter time. So okay, I don't know how to explain this all the way through. I'm just like, just confused. Just a little bit. Okay, so she stated that with the breast cancer that I had since it went through my body, and now it travels through to my brain, that they have certain type of different studies that they're looking at doing. So, but it will not go through until wintertime or late in the time. But in the meantime, she need to get more of, how can I say it? She need to get more tests. I mean, just to see what she wanted to see, how this brain radiologist did. I mean, brain radiation did that I just had, which I cannot have another scan until 3 months after. And I asked why late, why 3 months, why you don't do a radiation right after. And that's because even after the radiation, cells and everything are still breaking up or dying off, or trying to reform itself and everything within that 3 months, which I did not know. I thought like right after radiation, when I'm done on that last day, that I would start healing the next day, because but no, it works the opposite. Once you do your radiation back to back, then your side effects do not come to after, so they have to wait 3 months in order to do a scan, because by that time of 3 months, everything should start forming back, and they can see how everything is forming back then. And I was just like, oh, okay. So that explains some of the side effects, that I was having. I'm thinking like, okay, I supposed to be, getting better. And, like, no, this is just part of the side effects. And I'm like, oh, okay. And as you can see, my hair is gone again. I do have like some little fuzz, but yeah, it's gone again, which is okay, because it didn't grow back that much. But, I started to see like, oh, okay, my hair, but, But anyway, back to the doctor, what she stated. And so, and also since I had cancer in my liver, that spread to my liver, and remember back in November, I did a liver biopsy. FYI, which is the most painful biopsy that I ever had to do, was the liver biopsy. That hurt like crazy, and it was the most dangerous, because if you didn't hold your breath or you let out breath, you could puncture your lung with the needle that is stuck in there. So it was like, that was the most painful biopsy I ever had to do. So she wanted to take part of the biopsy that I had done in November, and she wanted to test it to see if something developed with it, to see if if I qualify for another study. So she said it's probably about 2 or 3 studies that I may qualify, that she may get me into, so it can help suppress it growing in my brain. And she told me as well, because I thought like, okay, you have the radiation, I'm thinking that, I probably won't see it again until like later, like years later, because, people be like, oh, I had brain radiation and it didn't, I haven't had it since then, or something like that, But no, in my case, with the radiation, it can grow back, and I can see it again within the next year or 2. All because, again, I think I said in my last video, is that the Perjeta and the Herceptin does not go to your brain. It does not goes to your brain to kill the cancer cells there. If it goes to your brain, of course, again, you have to have radiation to kill it. So they don't want to keep doing the radiation in my brain, because that's, you know, kind of crazy. So that's pretty much why she sent me to Duke, just to see what type of trials they have to try to suppress everything in my body, so I don't have to keep going through this over and over and over again. And I don't know, I thought, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought, like, I don't know, okay, so whenever I found out, like, me having, you know, this disease, I'm thinking, like I see most people, that's I think what I explained to her, like, I see most people be like, yeah, I'm a survivor, I'm in remission, you know, this happened such and such years ago, I don't have to do this anymore. And I honestly thought, like, yeah, I would be that same person, like, beat this and, you know, don't have to do this anymore. But no, not in my case. I honestly thought, like, okay, with the, you know, I do the chemo, but then I still have to do the Perjeta and the Herceptin, and I thought I would have to do that for like a couple of years, like probably like a year or two, and I'll be done. And I asked her, like, why couldn't I get the surgery to go ahead and just cut off my breast and then, you know, be done with it? And she was like, the breast cancer that I have, I can't do it. I'm going to have to get this Perjeta and Herceptin every 3 weeks for the rest of my life. Most people probably have 15, 20 years with the type of breast cancer that I have, just doing the same kind of treatment. So this is a forever thing with me now. And I thought it was just going to be just a couple of years. I didn't know forever. So with that being said, it's just like, I don't know. It kind of messed with me a little bit. I asked her why I couldn't get the surgery. She was like, because if I was to get the surgery, they had to stop with the Perjeta and the Herceptin. They would have to stop that in order for me to get the surgery and to heal. While I'm in the process of that healing, it can grow back in my lungs and everything else. Well, it can probably try to grow back in my left breast and probably resurface again in my lungs and everything. So they don't want to stop the treatment and for it to start growing back again. And then, because with surgery, of course, you can't have any other things affected, nothing, you know, there's nothing. So that's why I can't get the surgery. It's just, you know, I have a lot of hope, a lot of things, but then, you know, it's like dealing with a lot. You keep getting knocked down with everything, and it's just not right, you know? Some days I do be thinking like, you know, this is just tiring. You know, just let me just stop the treatment and just, you know, whatever happens, happens, you know. But then I'm telling you, if it was just me, like if I didn't have a child, I think, you know, I wouldn't even do the chemo stuff. Even though it's not hard, it's not bad. I don't feel bad. The only thing I feel is just tiredness. But it's just like you get overwhelmed and just aggravated with going to the doctors all the time, you know. And it's just like, okay, you know, y'all are nice and everything, but I'm tired of seeing y'all. I'm tired of coming up in here, you know. It is like another form of, you know, work and everything. And it's just crazy, you know. And I don't know. I just need a vacation. Like, I really need a good vacation. Like, I need just to go somewhere and just have a good vacation, because my mind is just like crazy. But yeah, so I think she did. I don't know how I would find out what she found out as far as with my liver and everything, or what the results would be. But my oncologist here would talk to me more about that, like in 3 weeks, because I do have, you know, I did my treatment Thursday, actually yesterday or Thursday. I did my treatment, and so she'll let me know my next treatment, you know, what's what, because she did talk to me. She was like, you know, we did hear back from her. She said that she had found, you know, may have you in a couple of may have a couple of trials that's, you know, that you'll fit in and everything. And, you know, I was just like, okay. And then after I met with her, I went to another radiologist, which was, he just only deal just with brain only. And I met with him, and he just pretty much said the same thing, that this can grow back, you know, just, you know, try to do things that I can, because I asked him, I'm like, is there anything I need to do, you know? He was like, no, just, you know, your memory is going to be foggy sometimes and everything, which, you know, I already know, because it just, it's like hard for me to even remember what to tell you guys in this video. And then too, when people ask me, hey, you know, how's this going? You know, it's kind of hard for me to relay a message, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm having a conversation with someone and I'm trying to hurry up and talk to them, versus like people that actually know what's going on. Like when I talk to my mom, or I talk to my aunt, or I talk to my daughter or brother, they know that I have to slow down or stop and think of what I'm saying before I'm saying, because it's like so crazy. And I'm just like, I know what I want to say. I know what I want to say. And it's like, but I pause and I'll be like, so I'll be like, okay, this happened. Like, it's like 2 or 3, 4 minutes later till I can be like, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. But when I'm talking to somebody else, I'll be like, yeah, this, and I'll be like, and I miss a whole, you know, it's not what I want to say, but I would miss, you know, the whole mark. Like it was it's crazy. And like, even though I'm doing a video, I can edit this video. So it's just like, you know, I can stop and go re-say things, and you guys don't even know. And you're probably like, oh, she's talking pretty fine to me. But trust me, this video is edited. So it's like, okay, you know, I can mess up or say something completely wrong and you guys probably won't even know. But yeah, he just told me like to do some things that can trigger my memory, to keep my brain active and working and everything like that. And even like with apps on my phone and stuff like that, I have like brain memory things so it can exercise my brain. Like, it's a whole lot. I didn't think that it was going to be, but it is, and it's crazy. It's really crazy. I just never thought in a million years I'd be like this, but hey, this is just a journey I would have to go down, you know? So yeah, I was up there the whole day. Well, not the whole day. I was like, I say from 9 to like 2 o'clock, 2:30. And that's pretty much all they did. So they pretty much just like entered me into their system. Took my insurance information, my personal information, met with the doctor so I can see who's actually working, who I'm going to be working with there. I thought it was a waste of time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm like, they could have did all this over the phone. Like, I didn't even have to come up here to do this. But my mom was like, no, I see why they did it and everything. I was like, well, I don't see why, because all they have to do is like, okay, we'll be working with you. Your doctor sent over your information. When we find something, then you come up here. But my mom was like, no, they need to go ahead and put you in their system so when they do, they can get the ball rolling. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. So that's how that went. But I got a letter in the mail the other day, and they set up another appointment with the radiologist. Hold on. So, I have appointments with them. Let's see, next time is December the 6th. So, okay. So, December the 6th. So the first appointment is with brain tumor clinic. Oh, okay. So that's who she was. The first radiologist was for the tumors in your head and everything like that. And I have one with the brain, just radiologist. So yeah, I guess with me having no appointments with them, because my next brain scan would be in October. So I guess my doctor would send the brain scan over to them, and then I guess they will be, it, because I don't have a radiologist here in Charlotte. The only thing that I had was like a side clinic from where my doctor has sent me to do the radiation treatment, but they're not my doctors. So the one at Duke Health would be my actual radiation team. They would be my doctors for that part. So I go back to them in December. I know this video may seem like it's all over the place, but trust me, I'm trying to remember the best that I can. And it's very hard to think of day-to-day things. Like, if it was not for my phone, I would forget like a lot of stuff. Like, lately I just been late to doctor's appointments, missing doctor's appointments for me and my daughter, thinking one thing is something else, and one day and it's actually something else. It's just like, it's crazy. So if I don't set a reminder in my phone, like I'd be like, hey, remind me, I have to do it like the day before so it can stick on my phone the whole time. So every time, because I always have my phone with me, so whenever I lift my phone up, the reminder will pop up. If I don't have a reminder, and then if I speak to someone and be like, oh yeah, I'll be to your house and such, and if I don't put it in my phone, like right then and there, it's a wrap. I ain't gonna remember nothing unless you call me a couple of hours or so prior to. So it's like, it's crazy that you cannot. I can remember stuff that happened like years ago. I can remember that, that's fine. But like recently, like stuff that's like right then and there, I don't remember that. I don't remember it at all. And then lately too, it's just, I have been very tired with a lot of things. As you know, it's back to school, so my daughter wanted me to take her shopping versus her dad. And when I tell you, I went to that mall and we rode around, and I had my nephew with me. That next day, and that was on a Wednesday. Then the next day I was tired. The next day I had my treatment, which I was tired from being at the mall, being in shopping and being out, which we wasn't out but a couple of hours. But it was just like, I'd say probably like 2 hours. And I was like, I felt like I have been up all day long. Like I was just that tired. And then I had to then she sprung her ankle or whatever. So I had to take her to the emergency room. So we sat there. Even though we was sitting, it was still like very, very tiring. And then that next day I had to go for my treatment, and I was late getting there because it was just like my body was like, no, you're not gonna get up. And I'm just like, I wasn't super late. I was like 15 minutes late, but still, usually I'm on time or before my appointments. And I was just like, oh my God, And then so once I got out from my appointment and I got home, well, no, we had to go to her school to go meet her guidance counselor, which didn't take long. It probably took like 30 minutes. And then I went home. I was in the bed the rest of the day because we got home probably like 2:30 or something on that Thursday. I was in the bed for the rest of the day. That Friday, yesterday, I was in the bed the whole day. And I'm just like, my body was just so tired. And I know my mom called me and everything, and she was like, I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. I felt like I just did too much. I know I have to pace myself, but it's still like stuff has to get done. I don't have a personal assistant or, and everybody else is working and everything. I have to do stuff, and I'm out of work, so I have to do stuff on my own. But it's like my body is like, yeah, you think you feel fine now, and then it's like 20 minutes later, it's like, okay, it's wearing down. And that's just a crazy feeling. And I don't know, because I just don't want people to think like, oh, she's at home, she's so lazy, she don't do anything. It's like, I can't do anything. I try, and I don't want people to think like, I'm exaggerating, but getting those drugs or the Percellin and Herceptin, it's like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's like a tiredness that you just, it can't be explained. It really can't. So if you know somebody who's going through this, or you have a family member that's going through, don't take them as like they just exaggerating. Like, you are really tired once that stuff starts sitting in your body. And then with me having this osteoporosis because of the chemo drug, it's like I'm an old woman, so I'm walking like, you know, and there's some days I have like a little pep in my step, but then it's just like, oh, okay, you know, like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I have to sit down. Oh, my knees hurt. And then my feet will start getting numb. Like, I can't feel what I'm walking on. I'm just like, wait a minute. I know my daughter gets tired, like, really, you know, really. But it's just, it's very tiring. It's very tiring. And you know, hey, just if you know somebody going through this, don't take it for that they're playing games or exaggerating. It's like the truth. Like, you just gonna be, you know, tired. That's crazy. But so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know the videos everywhere. I'm just trying to, you know, say what I can remember. And I will see you guys in my next video. I'll give you an update. I don't know what to talk about next, because everything is just pretty much going to be the same from now on. Just me going to go get the treatments until I have my next brain scan, which would be in October, and then I go back to Duke in December. So I don't know what else to like talk to you guys about. I don't know. If I come up with something or something change, you know, of course I will let you guys know. But I will give you an update on how I'm feeling and how's everything, you know, going and everything. And I guess to tell you what I do to occupy my time. Yes, I do make my wigs. I did have the first wig that I had done, a lady made for me. Because that was the first time I was like, okay, you know. But when I had hair, I did do a lot of quick weaves and everything. Some of y'all don't know that. That's mean like you have a cap on your hair, glue the hair on and everything like that. And so I was just like, oh, let me make me a wig. And I did. And I've been making me some wigs because for the people who personally know me, know I used to do my hair different. Probably like every 5 to 7 days, I would have a different hairstyle. So I love weaves, extensions and stuff. And so I'm just like, okay, I need my different wigs to keep up with my personality, because I do different stuff. So, you know, yeah, I do make my own wigs and everything. And yep, but I will talk to you guys. If you have any idea of what I need to do a video on, or if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.